welcome to Come Sit With Us podcast with your hosts, Nicole St. and Anna Ennis. All right,
Hi.
Anna, we've got a really lovely topic today. Take it away.
Take it away. Yay. So today we're going to talk about changing your life in 30 days. And this, before we go into this, let's preface this, okay? We're not talking about losing 30 or 40 pounds in 30 days. Like, we're not talking about like a quick hit wonder here. We're talking about actually change your life. Like, change the internal part of your being so the external part of your life reflects like totally differently. And I remember in my younger days where there was all of this gimmick around like change your life in 30 days. And I remember thinking too, like I saw a lot of Tony Robbins, I saw a lot of diet stuff, I saw just a lot of like influence of like, you got to have it now, instant gratification. And that's not where we're coming from today. We're not coming from that place of like, we're seeking this because of like we want massive instant gratification, like and maybe these tools could work for that, but and the things that we're going to share could work for that, but I'm coming from it personally from a place, and then Nicole can share from a place of like, you don't actually know what's possible until you try it. So when it comes to changing your life, sometimes we think it takes a longer period of time than what it really does in order for us to see massive results. We create these like stories and timelines in our head that like, no, that'll take like 6 months. No way, I can't even start that. Like, that's wild. Like, I don't even think I can do that. And so like, I know I've seen in my own life when I've become very like intentional and I think the key is that I've surrounded myself with women that all of a sudden the things I thought possible or impossible are like totally possible in such a quick period of time. Because there's this like power in the proximity of women. And when I mean a proximity of women, I mean like a group of women that may be on different paths and they're doing totally wildly different things, but they have this like inner burn inside them to like grow and develop and evolve. And so it doesn't matter what they're doing. It doesn't matter how they make money. It doesn't matter what their lifestyle is. But what matters is they have like this burning desire to just be better. And it's like you put yourself in a room of women who just want to like unlock their highest version of themselves, and women that are just like, yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Let's explore life. Let's play. Let's get excited. Like, you're going to get the same way. And then there's like this synergy that happens. And all of a sudden, the things that you thought felt so far away, you have a sister next to you saying, yeah, no, that's not true. Like, you got this. Let's go. Just put your head, you got this. Like, get yourself in the moment of play, get yourself in the excitement of like, maybe this could happen. And then all of a sudden, God and the universe are like, yeah, let's go. We're ready to play too. We've been waiting for you to get here. So that's where we're going to start the conversation today. That's what it's going to look like. Nicole, what are your like thoughts on changing your life in 30 days? Because I know you've changed your life in 30 days, like multiple spins, like,
multiple times. Yeah. Multiple times. So I think that it starts with figuring out that like you want it different. I think, I'm a big proponent of the saying, you can't read the label from inside the jar. So you kind of need to be a little like, need to kind of get some feedback, figure out where it is that you want your life to be, and then start taking immediate action. And I don't mean change everything all at once, because then it's overwhelming. If you go from being, meat and potatoes kind of gal to vegan all at once, and you want to, get a daily routine of working out for 2 hours, but you don't work out at all. I think it's like those things are like, that's so big, right? It's so big to sit there and think that you're going to change all of that. So I don't suggest making huge, like going from one end of the spectrum to the next, right? Like, that's not what I personally suggest. I think that it comes with intentionality. That's like the biggest thing, is like being intentional. So often, I hear this, well, like, I'm not trying to do that. Like, I'm not trying to like screw it. Well, what are you trying to do? Like, what are you intentionally trying? What are you intentionally doing to do whatever it is that your goal is, right? So getting clear, number one is getting clear on what it is that you want your life to look like, or in what way you want it to change in the next 30 days. Being very intentional in everything you do, asking yourself, is what I'm doing supporting what I want by the end of this 30 days?
Mm-hmm.
Um, Getting in community with other people who are up leveling, because if you want to be somebody who's physically active outside and all of your friends are gamers, how likely do you think it's going to be that you're going to do that all on your own whenever your entire community is gamers and they all do inside online stuff? That's like a maybe for this demographic, it might not be the best analogy, but I feel like it's one that we can all kind of understand a little bit. So getting in community with people who are doing things similar to what you're doing. Whether it's you wanting to start a new business, get in a room full of women who are business owners. Go get in your local Sir Optimus club. I don't know. Figure it out. Like to go be in a room with people who are doing what you want to do. If you want to get, a hiking thing going, go find a group that goes hiking. Go get in that community. And then unplug. You have to unplug. You got to get rid of the distractions for 30 days. You got to tell yourself, I am doing this for 30 days and let's see where we can get. Let's shut off all social media. It is literally the killer of dreams. It is the waster of time and the killer of dreams to sit there and just doom scroll all day long. And I know this because I have been there time and again, and I am never more productive than when I actually take it off my phone. As a business owner, it's very difficult because you have to create content. You got to respond to people. That's the hard part. Then set a timer. Like set some timers and say, this is my time every day for 20 minutes this time, 20 minutes this time, so that it's throughout the day. That's whenever I'm going to go onto my account. I'm going to respond. I'm going to post, whatever. And then pick 1 to 3 things to do. I don't suggest changing like every single thing because again, it's really overwhelming. So pick 1 to 3 things that you think can really, really move the needle in your life. I did see a guy, and I don't know, I know Anna, you've probably seen this. I don't know who this man is, but he's had this video up for probably 3 years that I've seen it. And he says, go through and uh, put down at the top of a piece of paper what it is that you want what your dream is for your life. And then you're going to write 10 things that can help you get there. And which one of those 10 things is going to move the needle the most in the next 30 days? And then you do that. That's the one you circle. That's the one you do. And you do it every single day.
I love that.
That's
Okay,
what I have to say about changing your life in the next 30 days.
You said 2 things that I'm like fired up about. I want to deepen a little bit more is sometimes we think that we have to make really big decisions in order for big change and big outcome to happen. But the small pivots in our life and like the smaller decisions are actually more influential and actually land better and stay better than the bigger things. So like the bigger things, and we're conditioned for this in society, especially right now, everything is just so fast access. Every part of our life is fast access. And so we think that our dreams should be the same way. And it's like, that's not the case. Not at all. So when it comes to, I mean, there's a reason why like our parents and their parents like did life a certain way because, they worked at something for a while, in order for it to become this beautiful thing that they, called their work of life of art, right? Or their life as art. And like now we just see the snapshot of somebody's best day, or we see someone that has like already been in business for 10 years, but yet now hit it big. And all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it happened overnight. No, it didn't. You didn't see all the times that they've been in crazy mode trying to work at this thing, like spending every side hustle paycheck they have in order to make this thing work. Right now it's working. But I think we have to remember that like, as we get going on this change and this evolvement for 30 days, like we have to know that like the small things, like deciding to drink more water, right? When you want to start, let's just say you want to lose weight or feel better about yourself. Well, like, can you incorporate water? Can you incorporate fruits and vegetables? Can you incorporate what makes your body actually feel good? different people function differently. Some people function better off meat. Some people function better off veg. Like we all know
Yeah, I
what makes
literally
our body.
stopped dairy. I'm zero
Yeah.
dairy. I cannot have it. It makes me sick every time I eat it and like violently ill. Like no, I cannot do it anymore. It doesn't matter how great it tastes, how much I love it. It does not love me. It hates me. So we're just gonna stop. It makes me bloated. So we gotta just stop. Like, gotta
Yep.
make the change.
The other thing that I wanted to bring up, and maybe this is a good way to like, this will be like the last part of this conversation. I'll have Nicole go in on it too. But we constantly think, and I used to do this all the time for years of my life, that I would pick these crazy ass goals, okay? And then I would try to go after it and I would epically fail every single time. And I would fail at time and time and time again. And all of a sudden I was proving to my body that I was a failure. And it was like, but who, it goes back to like, but who are these goals and dreams actually for? Like, are these goals and dreams something that came from our mind because we saw so and so had it and they look successful, so I'm going to go there? Or is it because like I just want to lose weight? But it's like you don't really just want to lose the weight. It's like always something else. I want to make $100,000 this year. There's something else behind that, right? So it's like determining where this dream is actually coming from has been the most powerful part of my own journey. And it's been like when I come up with something and it's like exciting and all of a sudden my body's freaking out and I'm like, oh, this would be so fun, right? There's actually like a beauty in sitting on it for a minute, and determining whether this is something I want to do in order to change my life in 30 days, right? Like, so
Yeah.
I think about it and I say, is this my mind and is this the outside world, or is this something that's for me? Like, is this something that is actually put in me? And the only way that you can like do that is like if you actually sit and think for a minute and like ponder and be quiet and like lay around. Like,
Yeah. Is this FOMO or is this for me? Like,
yeah,
is this for me or is it FOMO?
yeah. And it's easy to get caught up in the trap of no, it's for me. It's for me. And it's like, I wonder most of the time that I've chose things that haven't aligned, I always wonder, like, was that really for me, or was that just something like that I thought I needed to have in order to get to the outcome?
I think that also the intentionality is huge. I think that
Yeah.
I know that, a year ago, I remember, I feel like it was a year ago. I think it was about a year ago that I came on and told you, actually, no, it was like 9 months ago. And I said, I I don't know what I want in my business, Anna. I just want to feel joy. Like I just want to like feel some joy in my life because I felt zero. I was in a really dark place. And so every day I woke up and I would just ask myself, what can I do to feel joy today? Like I asked myself repeatedly. So if you want to change your life, I feel like that's part of the intentionality
Starting.
is really waking up and saying, what can I do today to change for the positive what my current situation is? What
Yeah.
can I do every day? What can I do today in this moment? What can I do right now that's going to be for my highest self? That's going to be for the version of me that I want to be? That's going to help me to get to that goal. Like, what can I do right now? And you got to ask yourself that multiple times a day. And if it's something that you can't remember to ask, set a timer. Set a timer and label it. Bitch, what do you want? What can you do today? Like, be aggressive with yourself. Be kind with yourself in some of them. Say, hey, girl, like, if you saw what my alarms are labeled, you would laugh. But they get my attention. They get my attention and they force me out of whatever it is that I'm doing. It's like
Mhm.
jarring. Oh, yeah, I got to think of that. It's literally part of, like being able to remember stuff
Mhm.
is kind of something I struggle with. And it's why I put the number on my hand. Like I'm not suggesting you tattoo all of your reminders on yourself, but the big ones that you really feel like are really helpful for you and your spirit and your person and you being the best version of you, find a way to get the reminder, whether it's asking your partner to send you a text, uh, you know, setting an alarm, putting it up on a big board right on your mirror, whatever it is. Um, but just be really intentional about changing your life. And I promise you that in 30 days, if you get your mindset right, you're going to notice a whole different you.
I totally agree. You guys, so good. Such a good conversation today. So if you aren't following us, We drop episodes every single Monday, a brand new episode. So yeah, you got to see all the new ones, right? When they come out. We have a couple different opportunities to view us also. So we have directly through the podcast, but we also have on YouTube. So if you want to look at our beautiful little shiny faces, we're on YouTube. And then we're also on Instagram. Come sit with us underscore podcasts. And then if you're interested in additional bonus content to this conversation or to the conversations that we have, we do have a membership. It's a beautiful portal with all different types of amazing things in there. We have juicy conversations. We also have some really great tools. Nicole's a hypnotherapist and a coach, and then I'm also a business coach too. So we've put in some of the collection of our work inside of there for you guys if it pertains to the conversations we've had. It's $4.99 a month, which is insanely cool. So if you're interested in that, click on the link below and we'll get you all set up. And until next time, have a beautiful, wonderful, amazing day.